Dear viewers, again, my name is David Kamanzi. My topic today, I'm talking to you about quality, setting your quality standards in your business is very important, and I'm going to talk to you about the importance of quality, because it will build trust to your customers. It will promote your business. It will do great things. We need to really set quality standards in our businesses, and I'm going to give you personal stories on in my businesses, and how I really had to set quality standards to make my business a successful. Number one business was my brick business. I was doing bricks, and I realized I had all now big customers, a lot of demands. I realized there was a market in my community, as I told you earlier, that people were buying bricks 2 hours away from my village. And so there was this demand. People needed bricks. People were willing to pay good money. But remember, quality. They were again going all these hours looking for quality. So the number one thing I needed also to think about was, I need to get quality bricks. I need to make sure. This time they were looking for clay, because the clay brick is very very strong. They can rely on it in building. They are very strong. And so I realized that I needed to get someone where I can someone who would give me the swamp, because in the swamp there is clay. And so I went and talked to this lady. Quality, it will even make you pay a little bit extra, because you want to satisfy your customers. So this lady needed some little bit extra so that I could get good quality bricks. So we had this field, and paid her some money, and so we began to make bricks. So time after time, we realized people began again to question our bricks, and so we had to change many ways of making bricks, clean the place where the bricks were made, because they didn't want bricks with grass on it and all that kind of things. And so we had to set standards. We had to set quality standards. Make sure that we buy all the taplings, put them on the ground, and make sure that our brick is going to look as good as they want it. And so I now had I now built trust. They now could trust my business. And so the more, when they trusted business, I had a lot of demand. Now they began to tell their friends. They promoted my business. They said, David has the same bricks you would go get in out 2 hours away. And so it promoted my business, and now I was getting a lot of money. Because why? Because I had quality. I had good bricks. I had what they were looking for. And so quality is important in everything you do in your business. Quality is important. I don't care where you are. I don't care what. You have to make sure you set quality standards, because then you will be trusted. People will promote you. They will tell their neighbors or friends about you, and they will rely on you, because they know you can give them quality, what they're looking for. So please, I encourage you, quality is important in everything. we do in your business, it is going to promote you. No excuse. Set your quality standards. You will see it. You'll see the benefit of it. And another story I also was my business. Remember, I was doing also business, transport business, and then I realized the first time I had my first job, I was denied because they came and looked at my cars that I was doing business with. I was not doing service very well. My tires was worn out, and it made me lose my first business. It really disappointed me because I wanted to hit. This was a good business by the UN. They wanted me to each time drop the people from the refugee camp to the hospital, take them back. But also, these guys, again, they were my friends, though they really loved me, though they really wanted, they knew my story on the street, and they really wanted to try and help me. But again, I was disappointed because they were looking. They called me into in their office and said, "David, though we wanted to help you, your quality standards are poor. Your tires on the car, your service is not done very well. So though we wanted to give you the business, we're sorry, we won't be able to give you this deal until you set your quality standards." I lost the job, but I learned a lesson. And we are here to teach you out of the experiences we've had in businesses. We don't want you to be disappointed. We want you to succeed in business. We want you to do well. There are ups and downs, but please learn a lesson out of whatever you're going through. Set your quality standards. Remember, it's important. It is important to set quality standards. As I was telling you, it is going to build trust with your clients, with your customer, with even your friends. These guys were my friends, but they were looking for quality. Though they knew what I was going through, they knew how desperate I was in my condition. They wanted to really help me, but they were looking for quality. They were looking for something they can rely on. Remember, so please set your quality standards, and you're going to succeed in business. Thank you for listening to me, dear viewers. Set your quality standards, and you're going to succeed in your business.